Whoops.
That can't be good.
Whoops.
I'm on the rebound, it's time to bounce back up to my feet now and see how the game has changed. I'm aiming for my seat now. I'm on the rebound. Yeah, I'm on the rebound.
So you had all this figured out. And
I did.
so we
It
don't have no
was.
problems.
I'm sorry.
Bro.
Okay, here we go. I got it. We're ready. We're ready. Yeah. Hey, everybody.
How's
What's
it
up?
going?
Mikey Boohyah here, and I'm joined by Jayhawk.
Oh.
Thank you.
I love you guys, dude.
I love you too, dog. I mean, what are we doing here?
Today we're
You're in charge, dude. You're running this thing.
I am. We're here to promote your new stuff.
My new stuff.
Your new music.
Oh, no way. Are you talking about Rebound, available June 19th?
Yes, I'm definitely speaking about your new album, Rebound, coming June 19th, 2020.
Whoa, 2020. So that's not June 19th of 2021.
No,
because that's what I thought it was, and I was like, man,
No,
I
we're
got
definitely not
tons of
right now.
time to work on this.
No, you don't want to do that.
Got to wrap it up.
It's already ready to go.
Yeah, it is. We're here because I wanted to talk about, some of the process behind making the album, do like a track by track breakdown. And I was just going to do this where I was just staring at the camera, talking to people, just being some pretentious asshole.
He wanted to be a little conceited.
My
about
art is so great and my songs are so deep and all this shit. So instead, we decided that Josh would be here and Josh would ask some questions and I would answer them to kind of make it a little more natural. And
just instead of just sitting there looking like a pretentious dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because, that ain't me. I mean, it is, but it's not.
It is.
It is.
Who you like?
But I'm trying not to be. Yeah, it is. This is me. So anyway, you can go. We don't need the answer.
I think I'm going to go. Did you guys have a good time?
So you have notes and everything, huh?
Well, I got let's just get it started.
I see on there, Rebound, June 19th.
Yeah, don't worry about that. That's all you see.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Don't worry about that.
So check it out. Your first song on your album is going to be called Gone.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that
Okay.
in just a minute, okay?
Okay, yeah. That's today's episode.
Yeah.
We're doing 12-episode streak.
We're covering the first one. The first one's called Gone.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's get into the meat of the questions, though. My first question is how long you've been doing music. Not everybody might know that. So
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these kids come in here into Rogue Media 805 making music, and I'll show them a song or something I did, and they're like, "Oh, you make music?
yeah,
Oh,
they're like, who's this old guy?
Oh, wow, this old guy must make music or something, or used to."
They don't know what's really going on, but that's all right.
I currently am 52 years old,
Yeah.
and I've been making music since, I'm 28.
That
obviously.
makes me like 70, dude.
Yeah, I'm 28 years old, and I've been making music since I was, I guess, like probably 13 was the first time I actually recorded a track. My first
That's a long
garbage
time
track.
ago, yeah.
13.
Yeah. There was a lot of garage sessions that were just poop back then.
Yeah, we used to do. Here, I'm gonna sound really old right now because I'm 33. So this was, what?
33?
Yeah. So this was 20 years ago when I started making music.
I don't want to say anything.
Dang, is that right?
It can't be.
It can't be, right?
No. It is right. But
It is. So 20 years
20
ago.
years ago, I was just getting ready to go into the Navy. So,
Yeah. One day we'll do a show about you and your adventures in the Navy. But right now, this is about Rebound.
yeah, we're
19th.
rebounding from the Navy. Okay?
You're right. Okay, I'm sorry.
We're trying a whole new program for myself.
So yeah, 20 years ago, I got a little 4-track tape recorder where I would record onto cassette tapes.
Wait, can you explain what a cassette tape is for these millennials? Because they really don't know.
Yeah, you're right. So before...
That's like 8 tracks to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so before streaming, there was MP3s, which you would have to download and put onto a device.
You're right, I skipped that generation.
Before that, there was CDs, which was a compact disc. It was like a DVD, but it had music on it.
We threw a lot of them at people.
Yeah, there were Frisbees.
It was fun.
Then before that, there was compact discs somewhere in between CDs and vinyl records. So
they had Laserdisc too for a hot
Laserdisc
second.
and 8-track, but we'll leave all that out of there because that was before my time. But
that was the beginning of the beginning.
Yeah. But I came up in the, cassette tape CD era.
Yeah, that's right. When rap and stuff was starting to make it.
People were like, I'm rapping. I'm rapping. I'm
Everybody was like, yeah,
rapping. I'm rapping. I'm rapping.
Let's make mixtapes and shit.
Yeah, let's mix a tape. Hey, dude, let's mix a tape.
They don't know nothing
Let's
about
mix a tape. I found out that on a tape, there was actually 4 tracks that were on top of each other. So if you look at it like a standard, Pro Tools session,
right,
where you could stack the tracks, you had the beat, main vocals, backup vocals, you stack them on top of each other.
Right.
There's 4 of those on a tape. So you can make it to where you hijack the other side of the tape, because it's 2 tracks for side A and 2 tracks for side B. So you hijack side B. You make side A everything. You take all 4 of the tracks, and there was a 4-track recorder where you could put a tape into it, and you would have 4, just like those sliders, you would have 4 of them.
Dope.
You'd put the beat on 1, rewind it, engage track 2.
Record.
The beat would play, you'd record your vocals, rewind it, engage track 3, do your backups.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
And then at the end, you would have a physical tape that you could take out and you could put into a car and it would play.
Yeah.
Back when cars had fucking tape players.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When that was the
20 years?
Bro.
I want to fucking murder myself now.
How many
I wanted to do this to, celebrate the time that I've spent in the game and the hard work that I put in. Now I want to kill myself. I just got a gun. I'm picking it up today. I'm going to put it in my mouth.
No, we're going to, and make a song about it.
Yeah, and then make a song about it.
Yeah.
About not doing it.
About how it felt to have the gun in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's just like a cock. You don't want it.
Yeah, it's like a cold cock. So do you have any non-cock related questions?
Yeah. So right along the lines of how long have you been doing music, we need to know. We should know. This is a good question. Okay.
Yeah.
Big news.
Big news. That means there's no news.
It's not. We already know. This is probably not your first album.
So this actually is my first album.
Your first actual album.
I went back and I looked through it, and I did have.
Is it solo artist?
Yeah, as a solo artist. We did a lot of albums. I was in a group called So High Click, and you could find all those videos on YouTube. I had goofier hair than I do now, and and a goatee. I had hair on my chin.
Yeah.
It was the thing back then. There was cassette tapes. People had hair on their chin. It was a whole thing. I used to do a Halloween EP every year,
Right.
And then we did a lot of stuff with the So High Click, and that was like the main thing where we went and did a bunch of shows and went and did like music festivals and shit.
Did a bunch of shit with them.
And then a lot of time and years and energy like went into that.
Right.
So looking back, after that all finished, I put out The Lost Tapes, which is on Spotify and iTunes and everywhere.
Get on all your streaming apparatus.
And that's kind of just like a compilation mixtape kind of thing. It's not really an album put together.
It's not a structured album. It's just like a mixtape.
And then I just started putting out singles. A lot of people were like on the single game. That was the best way to keep people engaged, because you had new shit every few weeks instead of every year and a half.
Yeah, all that time you have to put in for making an album.
Yeah. So I just started doing that. And then looking back, I was like, fuck, there's no.
Right.
I had something that I did with Chris, the Road to Nowhere thing. That was the EP. That was good.
Right.
I mean, nothing really album-wise. I mean, Killer Chris has an album out. He'd put an album out before I did. That's available on Spotify, too.
Find it.
And there's a bunch of features with me on there.
Yep.
But, yeah, so this is actually my first album that has a theme, and all the songs kind of go together, and it tells a story and that whole thing. Nice. Which I really appreciate. I always love that in music, in just all music in general. I love the whole album format.
Yeah, music is a motivator for life. So I mean, it makes everything move. So, and
I cracked the whole code before I heard anybody talking about it. I noticed that every album has the same kind of structure, with like an introduction type thing, a single, a couple songs that are up there. Number 5 or 6 is another single. And then 7 through 10 is kind of just filler songs and all the stuff that's kind of like deep cuts that the fans will enjoy. And then at the end, you wrap it up with another couple singles, something really hot. And then the end is like the real song that like hits people's heartstrings. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's been a lot of, what's that called?
Like the prelude.
Jimmy Fallon.
Did you say BB King? What I'm saying is though, like preludes and skits that happen inside the albums too. That also.
Yeah. And if you're listening to Pandora on shuffle, none of that shit makes sense.
Yeah.
None of it goes together.
It does. Yeah, you never were gonna figure it out. But that doesn't matter because.
So I did kind of build this with that in mind, where there's no skits, there's no intro, outro.
Right.
It's just a bunch of songs, and they're all kind of they're all on par with each other.
But yeah, they still go in order with each other. It's still chronological order with the songs. Even you'll still understand everything with them being played out of order.
Yeah, exactly. So
the song "Gone."
Yeah.
What made this become the intro song?
I picked this one because I think specifically because it starts with no beat and it starts with like a cough, just like a stoner quag cough, which is pretty on par with my brand, I guess you would say, which is a stoner cannabis friendly brand.
Yeah.
And it kind of, there's like no structure to the song, which I like. It's kind of just a mess of lyrics and different, different formats, like different rhyming formats and structures and
different layout.
Yeah, different layout, different different delivery on different parts and different layering. So it kind of showcases all the variety of sounds that I have, which is about four different sounds.
Did you kind of got into why it started out kind of weird?
Yeah, well, actually, there's a funny story about that. About this song in particular was called Stony Drive at first.
Right.
Because that's a real thing that I say in real life. That's a real, when you go out for a drive on the back roads before the quarantine, that used to be a thing.
Yeah, it used to be a thing.
And
we don't condone that, but they say you can still get out. So if you want to go for a Stony Drive, do it.
Yeah, back when sports were a thing, we used to go on Stony Drive. We'd listen to cassette tapes. It was like a whole thing.
We had fucking hair on our chins.
So
without fucking full beards.
So it was Stony Drive, and then Jarvis and I did a song called Drive.
Right.
That was even more on point about the driving. So I was like, okay, I can't call this Stony Drive right after we put out Drive.
Right.
I got to change it. And originally this song had a hook, the part that goes like, going off the chronic, I got the product up in my pocket if you want it, that part.
I know that part.
So I called it Gone because I guess I was trying to I guess I had heard it somewhere. I was trying to make my own slang for like high. Like I'm gone. I'm fucking, you've heard that, right?
We're gone off the chronic, though.
Yeah, gone off the chronic.
Hey, we do that.
So I was like, yeah, I'll call it Gone. It's pretty cool. That's the hook. And then the beat that I used, I hadn't bought yet.
Right.
It was one of the online beats.
Okay.
Which this was one of the first songs that I actually made for the album.
Where do you purchase your beats at?
This was off of BeatStars.
BeatStars.
So I found this beat by this producer named Batman, just because all these artists are coming in here stealing beats.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to steal one of these beats as opposed to making my own. So I stole a beat, made the song, really liked it. Somebody bought exclusive rights to the beat, so I couldn't lease it anymore.
You can't use it no more.
So then I made another beat for it. I didn't like it.
Right.
Then, just between you and me, I kind of bit Kasky.
Yeah.
So Kasky has a song called Words that starts with no beat, just rapping, and then the beat comes in and swells halfway through.
And you realize people have been singing a cappella for millions of years, right?
Yeah. And I was like, I remember that Kasky song called Words. Like, I wonder if I could do something like that. And then I tried it, and I did it, and then it turned out like that. Dope. So there was actually 3 different songs.
Yeah.
And at the end of this, we'll play pieces of the first 2 cuts. And
I was actually in one of those cuts. I believe.
You were. Yeah. You were in one of them. You were in the original Batman cut.
Yep. No, we can't use that verse no more.
So we might even play the whole 2. We might even play all 3 versions in entirety.
We got as much time as we want. Dude.
Yeah. So we'll show you all 3 of those. The first 2 cuts and then the final version.
Hey, you know what? We can actually see who likes which verse too. You could add that into the situation if you wanted to.
No, I don't want to do that. Don't do that. Because then if
later.
Then if an astounding amount of people are like, oh, I like this one, then I'll be like, fuck, I should have gone with that one instead of the one that I went with.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah.
But I'm just saying.
I'm already second guessing this whole thing.
Don't do it. It was good. It's fine.
But yeah, so that song, I just like that song. I think it's dope. I think it has high energy, and it's a good. If people were like, "Hey, what's your rap like?" I would probably show them that song.
That's a good way to intro people to your music.
Yeah,
it has changed over the years quite a bit, actually, which is dope.
See, I can't
and
tell.
Seeing the progression from different fucking scarecore fucking rappers and shit to fucking to having diversity and trying to reach out to as many people as possible now is that's where it's at, dude. I mean,
trying to tell a more realistic story.
For real. Yeah. For us speaking truths and
like, hey, I'm gone off the chronic.
Getting really down to who you are, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not fronting about it, you know?
Yeah.
So, who made the beat? Because that you were talking a lot about beats right now, and
yeah, the final beat that we ended up using, I made that beat. I actually, since we opened the studio, I've been in here. I made a point to. This is always something that I want to do, but I never do.
Right.
Is I made a point to spend an hour every day working on beats. Because that's always the thing. You're like, oh, I want to learn how to do this. If I would just put in the time, I could learn. But you never put in the time.
It always starts somewhere. And you have to just take that first step.
So I had been super mediocre at beats, like, for the past however many years.
Since you've been doing music.
Yeah, just kind of hammering around on Fruity Loops and making garbage techno-sounding beats. And then in here we had the machine and all these sound packs and all this extra stuff that I can mess with.
Right. All the music stuff, the stuff that makes beats. Yeah,
all the beat stuff.
All the beat slappy stuff.
All the slappy stuff. So I sat down with the slappy stuff for an hour every day. I was in here every day from when I got up to when I had to leave for work.
Right.
So just one of those hours I spent on beats. And eventually I started making beats that I was really happy with.
Right.
And excited to like show people. And then other people started getting excited when they heard it. They were like, oh, this is cool. You made this?
Make me a beat.
And now those are the beats when you show to people and they don't believe that you made it. They're like, you're just showing me some beat off of YouTube, you idiot. You think I'm a dumbass? Like I'm just gonna believe you? And you're like, I made that beat. So I started doing that, and most of this album I made all the beats on. Besides like a couple songs here and there that were, I think Ty made one, Kojak made one. So
just the other local.
Yeah, it's all in-house producers for sure. Seven did not produce any of this album.
Yeah, Seven did not get.
I thought about it, but I was like,
nah.
I want to keep it local. You know what I mean?
Keep it in the family.
The small guy. I'm not going to Walmart.
Yeah,
fuck going to mom and pop store.
So, let me get a little drink of water real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that. You said that in the intro for What Is This? The episode that we did at Thomas Hall CBD,
the original,
that came out fucking months ago now.
Yeah, it's been a few months now.
And now Tech Nine's new album, he started a song like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
He said, hey, let me get another drink of water real quick.
It's like we're spirit animals.
It's like he heard it and he stole it from me.
He probably did. I want my money, Tech.
Which explains why you and Tech are so similar, because he's been watching you for years.
Yeah, we've been watching each other.
And he just steals your style.
He's been blowing up for years off my clout, dude.
It's fucked up.
It's all right.
That's fucked up.
He shows love.
All right, what do you got on there?
So, I don't have anything on here.
No?
In closing, we're going to listen to some of your music here in a second.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, do you have any like words or something you would say for the younger artists of the times, you know what I mean? Somebody trying to come in here and be the next Mikey Boohyah, you know what I mean?
I mean, I would probably say there's like a few things that I heard that stuck with me. And I mean, most of it is based off of like persistence. 10,000 hours until you're expert. That dumb thing that I like to say about the shop owner and the tour bus.
Yeah, I remember that story. Yeah, that's a good one.
So there's that.
Practice makes perfect, but that's a lie. Practice makes you better.
You got to keep going back to the drawing board. Have fun, enjoy what you make. Make a catalog that you're proud of. You know what I mean? That you would look back on. In a sense,
that's you're representing yourself.
Like making a song is like building a house. Like you can't just learn how to use a saw and now you know how to build a house. You know what I mean? It's all these different things that you have to learn. And I'm still not an expert at it. And I've been at it for 20 years. Music is the only thing that I'm kind of good at. So I can't paint. I can't really write that well. So music is the only thing that I'm kind of good at. And I wasn't good at it when I started. I was really bad. And I just thought I was good, and I kept, and I was hard-headed, and I was persistent. And then now I'm getting to a point to where I can make music that I like really stand behind.
And a lot of people like it.
Yeah, well, thanks,
including me, buddy.
Thanks, dog.
I love you, dog.
So let's play these songs. Let's play all these songs. So we're gonna play it.
Fuck that. Do you want a dab?
Yeah, I do.
How about a dab?
Yeah.
While we listen to the songs.
Yeah, let's do it.
Batman.
Waking up in the morning, got a full tank. Perfect day, got a homie with me who can roll dang. Hit the back road, pack bowls, yeah, whole way. Can't wait till I reach cloud, now I'm on A. And my shit is better than whatever you're puffing on in your Jetta. I will never let a motherfucker outsmoke me ever. On a high ride, I glide, my drive forever. And if I'm right, I'm high light on the pedal. Turn up the bump, I hear it thump the trunk. You say, what the fuck? The funk is potent, like I went and struck a skunk. It's that chocolate chunk up in my blunt. Take a puff, say enough's enough. Hit it so hard that a lung could bust. It got me saying like I'm bust. I bust through with gorilla glue, rolling up nothing bunk. Going off the chronic, you know I got the product up in my pocket. If you want it, we could talk about it. No need to walk around it. The deal's done so fast, put some chalk around it. All that strawberry kush, y'all barely push. The weight that we do in Cali, y'all carry bush. So tell that man that he ain't your friend if he took your ends and they gave you that. Cause there ain't no way that is what you say. Never heard of that strain, would've gave it back. I come through, smelling lighter than a chip of the zoo. I'm on 1,000 milligrams and a zip of the glue. While you're chewing up the Zans and you're sniffing them too. I'm in the cut making plans with your bitch around two. In the whip for round two, yeah I grip the town smooth. If you're going too slow, I'ma whip around you. Going off the tree in that THC. So when you see me, you know I'm getting down. True. Going off the chronic, you know I got the product up in my pocket. If you want it, we could talk about it. No need to walk around it. The deal's done so fast, put some chalk around it. The deal's done so fast, put some chalk around it. The deal's done so fast, put some chalk around it. Waking up in the morning, got a full tank. Perfect day, got a homie with me who can roll dang. Hit the back road, pack bowls, yeah, whole way. Can't wait till I reach cloud, now I'm on A. And my shit is better than whatever you're puffing on in your Jetta. I will never let a motherfucker outsmoke me ever. On a high ride, I glide, my drive forever. And if I'm right, I'm high light on the pedal. Turn up the bump, I hear it thump the trunk. You say, what the fuck? The funk is potent, like I went and struck a skunk. It's that chocolate chunk up in my blunt. Take a puff, say enough's enough. Hit it so hard that a lung could bust. It got me saying like I'm bust. I bust through with gorilla glue, rolling up nothing bunk. Going off the chronic, you know I got the product up in my pocket. If you want it, we could talk about it. No need to walk around it. The deal's done so fast, put some chalk around it. All that strawberry kush, y'all barely push. The weight that we do in Cali, y'all carry bush. Strawberry kush, y'all barely push. The weight that we do in Cali, y'all carry bush. So tell that man that he ain't your friend if he took your ends and they gave you that. Cause there ain't no way that is what you say. Never heard of that strain, would've gave it back. I come through, smelling lighter than a chip at the zoo. I'm on 1,000 milligrams and a zip of the glue. While you're chewing up the Zans and you're sniffing them too. I'm in the cut making plans with your bitch around two. In the whip for round two, yeah I grip the town smooth. If you're going too slow, I'ma whip around you. Going off the tree in that THC. So when you see me, you know I'm getting down. True. Going off the chronic, you know I got the product up in my pocket. If you want it, we could talk about it. No need to walk around it. The deal's done so fast, put some chalk around it. Chalk around it. The deal's done so fast,
Oh, shit.
Waking up in the morning, got a full tank. Perfect day, bad bitch with me who could roll dang. Hit the back road, pack bowls, yeah, whole way. Can't wait till I reach cloud nine, I'm on 8. And my shit is better than whatever you're puffing on in your Jetta. I will never let a motherfucker outsmoke me ever. On a high ride, I glide, might drive forever. And if I'm right, I'm high light on the pedal. Turn up the bump, I hear it thump the trunk. You say, what the fuck? The funk is potent like I went and struck a skunk. Is that chocolate chunk up in my blunt? Take a puff, say enough's enough. Hit it so hard that a lung combust. It got me singing woo-ha like I'm Buster. Bust through with Gorilla Glue, rolling up nothing bunk. All that strawberry kush, y'all barely push. The weight that we do in Cali, y'all carry bush.
Strawberry kush, y'all barely push. The weight that we do in Cali, y'all carry bush.
So tell that man that he ain't your friend if he took your ends and they gave you that. Cause there ain't no way that is what you say. Never heard of that strain, would've gave it back. I come through, smelling lighter than a chip in the zoo. I'm on 1,000 milligrams and a zip of the glue. While you're chewing up the Zans and you're sniffing them too. I'm in the cut, making plans with your bitch around too. In the whip around too, yeah, I get the town smooth. Going too slow, I'ma whip around you. Gone off the tree and that THC. So when you see me, you know I'm getting down. True. Gone off the chronic, you know I got the product up in my pocket. If you want it, we can talk about it. No need to walk around it. The deal's done so fast, put some chalk around it.
Gone off the chronic,